This is a new segment. This is just you explaining things to me.
Brendon tries explaining the Try Guys.
This Try Guys thing, I don't know what it is.
They try things. Get in your position and then talk.
Why?
It's not like flopping around talk. Just do it.
Just get into what position?
Whatever position you're in.
This is not comfortable. We're about to watch this skit on SNL with the Try Guys. What are the Try Guys?
The Try Guys was a BuzzFeed segment where they would try things. Like the Try Guys try drag. The Try Guys try... I don't know what they tried.
Drag? Like, and then they also tried, like,
I don't
matzah?
know. I just made that up. It was a BuzzFeed sketch. I remember watching it years ago.
BuzzFeed
Not
sketch.
It
BuzzFeed
was
segment. Okay.
I remember them trying things years ago, but I don't remember now. One of the Try Guys was Ned. So it was Ned, Eugene. Those are the only two I can remember.
Okay.
Hey Eugene, if you see this, slide into our DMs.
I don't know who Eugene. Okay, who's Eugene?
He's the hot guy. He's the hot gay.
He's the hot gay Try Guy.
There's 4 guys. Ned is one of those 4 guys. He had an affair with someone in the BuzzFeed office.
Okay.
And it came out.
People don't have affairs at work. It's just not a good idea.
So it came out that he had this affair.
Okay.
And then it came out that he just generally makes people at BuzzFeed feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
And
seems a little mean.
It turns out he had an affair, and then after a formal review, he was let go.
Okay.
His wife has not said anything.
Was he like an employee of BuzzFeed?
Yes.
He was a full-time BuzzFeed employee who worked with 3 other full-time BuzzFeed employees. They were employed as talent, and their job was to host a show or a segment called The Try Guys.
Yes.
Okay, go on.
He was married, and the woman he had the affair with was engaged. Her fiance has now deleted all photos of her from his social media account and doesn't follow her. And his wife has left him. But neither of the spouses / fiancés has said anything.
You're gonna have to do that whole thing again. I got lost at the first part. Do that again.
Okay, so Try Guys is a BuzzFeed segment.
No, not that part. That part we know. Do the next part.
Ned had an affair with a woman he worked with.
Someone else at BuzzFeed who was not a talent on the show. Did this person work on the show?
I only know as much as I've gathered from TikTok. I've not read articles.
Great.
So this is like a TikTok.
So you're just
I'm basically
explaining TikToks to me right now.
Hi.
Okay.
All right, so from the top, make it drop. That's a wet ass.
Wait, where did that come from? How is that involved in this in any way? Why?
So,
hi.
He had an affair. Belly rub! Oh.
I still have it. You believed me. Oh, go. Oh, you fell for it again. Oh my god.
I think it's
again?
Quite tragic that you're abusing his trust in you. He's just so trusting that you would never do that. And then you did it, and he's like, he'd never do it again.
Bring.
And now you've ruined his trust.
Okay, so one of the Try Guys had an affair
with someone who works at BuzzFeed. I think she worked on the show, but not as a host.
She was on the crew or production team or something. Okay.
And
well, actually, it's kind of a big... Well, let's hear the rest of the story, and then we'll know if it makes a big difference.
But that's all I know.
Ned had an affair.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I do know more. So then the Try Guys hadn't said anything, but then they responded they put out a video that Ned had been let go. Their video had all these things about how they were, in retrospect, working in a traumatic business place, and they had this trauma that they needed to work through.
The three guys?
Yeah.
The three other talent, the adult human beings with full-time jobs at BuzzFeed, said it was
because of Ned.
Because of Ned. So Ned was like a bully.
So now people are making fun of them because they're like, two consenting adults had an affair. Like, what the fuck trauma do you have?
Oh. I mean, it's about money. He has to have trauma so he can win. And with that much money at stake, probably, he's willing to totally, like, embarrass himself. And they're willing to say, I have trauma, blah, blah, blah.
No, not Ned.
Trauma's real, by the way.
Not Ned saying he has trauma. The three other guys are saying that they have trauma.
Yeah, so they get a payout. They get an insurance payment or a contract buyout.
5 of them?
Who knows?
So there's a set number of Try Guys. I guess now there's one less.
Well, he didn't die.
But Eugene is the hot one.
Is this like a known thing, or are you gonna like offend the others if they see this?
Oh, I think it's a known thing.
Okay, so Eugene's the hot one.
I mean,
I think you all are
Ned's
beautiful.
whole personality was that he was married and loved his wife, and then it turns out.
Oh, so his love for his wife was just a performance, but only he knew and not his wife.
One could argue it's similar to John Mulaney, whose whole comedy used to be how much he loved his wife.
I thought John Mulaney's comedy was about how much he loved cocaine.
He's a very funny joke, which I really like. So his whole thing used to be that he loved his wife. And then he cheated on his wife, went to rehab, and got a girl pregnant. I don't know exactly how those line up.
Okay.
Then his whole thing was about how much alcohol and drugs he was doing.
Right.
But before that, it was all about how he loved his wife. And he has that one really funny joke about how 6th grade girls can pick out the one thing you're insecure about but didn't know you're insecure.
God.
Hey, mister, you have weird knees. So now there's a second layer to the segment.
May I recap just to make sure I understand what's going on?
Yes.
So we discussed that these 3 adult humans have good jobs at BuzzFeed, and there's 4 of them, and they make a show, and they try things, and I forget what I said before.
There may be 4 to 5.
4 to 5. Yeah, there are 4 to 5 of them. And they were all fine, and their show was good and successful. And then, scandal. Ned is found to have had an affair, and that is scandalous, but even more scandalous, because his whole persona was a performance around how much he was a family man. And also, at the same time, Ned was having an affair with someone in the office. The 3 to 5 other Try Guys decided to like have trauma. And there is some debate over whether that trauma is real or whether it's for some sort of monetary payoff or whether they're just being...
Disclaimer if this by chance gets posted.
No, like
We're
I'm trying to like evaluate what is going on. So the accusation... You're explaining to me what the accusation is.
Yes.
Yeah, so the accusation is that...
It was 2 consenting adults, so like, how is this a thing?
Now the public opinion is, why are these 3 guys being what's the word? Wussies?
So now I'm combining TikTok with Twitter, because I saw a bunch of tweets on Twitter about how people were like, the fuck they talking about? It was 2 consenting adults who had sex. You weren't involved in any way. How do you have trauma? I saw that one of those tweets was quote tweeted by a therapist. Hi, licensed therapist here. This can absolutely be trauma for someone. So now there's
good people on both sides
who have... Now there's 2 sides, and there's an opinion on each side. And sometimes opinions are good, and sometimes opinions are bad. Who am I to quantify your opinion?
It's all so broken. Everything is broken.
That That feels like a very Selena Myers press conference. My fellow Americans.
I think one explanation for why they're claiming this trauma, one explanation is certainly they have trauma, and I believe that that could and should be believed. Another explanation that some people have said is that they're doing it for the money, and there's gonna be some payoff in insurance or something. And then some people are saying, oh, they're just like, they're using it as an insult. They're saying he's not manly. They're not manly. They're, oh no.
I never brought up the manly.
No, I'm saying that. I'm trying to say like what we're trying not to say.
Okay.
And that is the insult is really people are saying he's not manly, and they're using it in that way that we try to like eliminate from our vocabulary. But that's what that message is, and all the negative connotation that go along with saying something like that.
So now we'd like to get one layer deeper.
One layer deeper. Okay, so okay, so all that happened.
So now there's an SNL sketch,
Which we're
about
2 seconds into.
Yes, but the SNL sketch takes the tone that it's two consenting adults.
Wait, you're gonna tell me about what's about to happen? You're about to... Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
No,
that's all I'm saying.
That's too much. Don't spoil anything.
The theory behind why they take that approach is because this summer Chris Redd was fired for having a relationship with Kenan Thompson's wife, who, according to that one TikTok I saw, is legally separated from Kenan, and they don't understand why Chris Redd could have possibly have been fired for that.
So they did this as a silent protest against Chris Redd being fired for sleeping with Kenan's
apparently
ex-wife or sort of wife.
Sleeping, just like a legit. Well, I mean, maybe they were sleeping.
Okay, great, in a loving relationship. Same. Okay. But what does that have to do? They're mounting a silent protest. It's not even on the same network.
Huh?
The Try Guys are doing this to protest Chris Redd.
No, it's an SNL sketch, and the SNL writers.
Oh, this is not real.
Correct.
Okay. This is the new comedy. Okay, should we watch it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a control device?
No, I don't know where it is. I think you're maybe on it.
Laura, how do you not know the Try Guys, one of the food babies at the Harry Styles concert?
I'm going to be honest, Colin. I don't know what any of that is. What in the world is a Try Guy?
Oh, they're BuzzFeed pranksters who try stuff, like trying fingernail polish or weird haircuts. Sorry to interrupt, Laura. This is unbelievable. I'm told we actually have the 3 remaining Try Guys on the line. Ready to talk. Are you there, Try Guys?
Okay. Welcome, Try Guys. Was this affair non-consensual?
No, worse.
I'm trying to understand why this story is such a scandal.
He committed the heinous act of having a consensual kiss and not telling us, his friends.
What now?
Well, we've conducted an internal review and are no longer working with White Guy, Try Guy Net.
And this would be really funny if we knew who the Try Guys were.
Due to the trauma we are facing, our editors are working around the clock to remove Ned from past Try Guys content. We're all processing this horrific, violent, and probably racist tragedy. This is the battle of our lives. This is too traumatic. This interview is over. Please.
Thank you for your bravery, Try Guys.
Okay. So I have no idea where in the story you told me the line between the fiction you told me and reality is. So it just sounds like they told the whole story. Or do I think more things are true that aren't true?
I guess it depends on which side you fall on. Did Ned create a traumatic workplace, or was it really just two consensual people having an affair and it doesn't affect anyone in any way?
It's probably both, and neither.
So one could argue the SNL sketch just took the side of the latter. That's it. That's all I got.
Thank you for explaining the Try Guys to me. Brendon tried explaining the Try Guys. That's fantastic. Mwah. Sorry, I didn't want to squish little Brutus. What should you explain next time?
Peace and blessings, y'all.
You cannot.
Because these crusty crusts that I got, next time maybe I'll explain Glozell. It actually takes a sad turn.
No, I don't want sad, ever.
One could argue sad, or one could argue like, oh, of course, she was pretending to be a millionaire off of YouTube, and it turns out she was nowhere near a millionaire.
Isn't that what everyone does? Everyone pretends to be
Yeah,
a millionaire
but she was
on
like
the internet.
she'd be like evicted from her house, not a millionaire. While she had 3 million followers.
So she was too good at living the lie, and then she outspent. I get that. Definitely get that.
She was living modestly for the most part. She talks in one article about how she had rented a house for a People interview.
That's smart. Fake it till you make it.
Sure, but then she went home to her real house and there was an eviction notice on the door.
Oh, then you have to make it. Eventually, you can't keep faking it. You have to make it. And she didn't make it.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Goodbye. Gonna go meet Purder in the park. Peace and blessings, y'all.
It is 6:15 in the morning or something. You told me last night all about the Try Guys, and now...
Yes. Now there's an update on the SNL sketch, not necessarily on the Try Guys.
I still don't know what's real and what's the sketch.
So the SNL sketch, like I said, took the tone that it was two consenting adults. Who cares? Why is this a thing?
Yeah.
It turns out 2 of the writers on the SNL sketch were
Try Guys?
classmates at Yale and friends with Ned.
Huh.
And now...
Like, oh, he's just a
They're-
nice misunderstood guy.
Yeah, well, now they're saying, like, these writers abuse their positions at SNL to make their friend look good.
I mean, there's no abusing a position at SNL. You're a comedy writer in a comedy room writing whatever you want. So it's not an update with the Try Guys. They haven't tried anything
It's an
new.
update on the Try Guys
But look,
situation.
He was just trying his friend's wife.
And I read a little bit about it. She was his producer.
He was just trying his producer.
She was just producing a scenario where they had a relationship.
He was just...
Don't put that on the internet.
How will I know when there's more Try Guy news?
I'll let you know. Don't worry.
What if I
Come
absolutely...
back here first for your Try Guys news, which is just when I watch a TikTok video.
What if I absolutely still continue to just, like, do not care about the Try Guys?
And then I won't update you. That's it.
Well, I mean, I need to know what happens.